We're now going to go into a series of two videos that are going to teach us how to add a simple title block to our AutoCAD drawing. Now, when you're creating a title block, what you're doing is, in essence, creating it full size and then putting it into a new layout. So we're going to work initially in the Model tab. I'm going to create an A1 metric title block, which is going to be 841 millimeters by 594 millimeters. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. First thing we need to do is create some layers for our title block to go on. So we go to the Home tab on the ribbon, into the Layers panel, and click on Layer Properties. You'll notice if you scroll down in the Layer Properties Manager, I've kept the Viewports layer, and it is currently the current drafting layer. Click on the New Layer icon, and we're going to create a new layer called Title Block. I'm going to put it in capital so that it stands out, and I'm going to press Enter. Now the color is going to change. I don't want it to be 150. Don't want it the same color as my viewports. So I'm going to go in here and in the color box here, change that to 30 and press Enter. So it's a sort of orangey color. And then what we're going to do is create another new layer, and we'll call this one Title Text. So if you add any text to your title block, you can obviously utilize that layer as well. So we've got two new layers, Title Block, Title Text. Double click on the little sheet next to Title Block and make that the current drafting layer. Just check it is at the top here, Current Layer Title Block, and close the Layer Properties Manager. Now I'm just going to pan in the model space and zoom in on this top left corner near grid line J, because when I draw this particular title block, it's actually going to be quite small in comparison to the actual model in the Model tab. So I'm now going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon again, go to the Draw panel and click on this flyout here and select Rectangle. Come into the drawing area and it asks for the first corner point. Just click anywhere in this space and drag upwards to the right. It now prompts you to specify the other corner point. It's going to be 841 millimeters and then the comma or the tab key and then 594. So it's going 841 along to the right from the first corner, all the way up 594 to that opposing diagonal corner. If I now press Enter, that's how small our title block is compared to the model. It's kind of small, isn't it? Now we're just going to do a little bit of drafting now to create a basic title block. I'm going to zoom in nice and close, get the crosshair over the rectangle, just zoom in so that you've got it reasonably central on the screen. Something like that will do, like that. Now I'm just going to use some of my drafting tools to create a very, very simple title block. This is a rectangle, so if I use offset, it'll offset the whole rectangle. So I go to the Modify panel on the Home tab, click on Offset and come into the drawing area. Offset distance 25 millimeters, press Enter. I then select this rectangle here, click on it, make sure you move inside the rectangle for the offset rectangle and click. Press Enter to finish. That's important. You must maintain the outer rectangle at 841 by 594. Otherwise, you've made it too big for the sheet. Now, we're going to offset again. So I've offset by 25. I'm going to do another offset now by way of 15 millimeters. So I'm going to come up here to offset again. It remembers the 25, so I type in 15 this time and press Enter. I then select the inner rectangle, click on it and move inside again. You can see the highlight on the original rectangle and there should be an orange one on the inside. Click again and then press Enter to finish. We're now going to explode these two polylines. So select this one and select this one, the two inner ones. Go up to Explode here on the Modify panel and click. The reason we need to explode them is we need to use the individual line elements. Now I'm going to zoom in one more notch because I want to erase this one, and this inner one here, like that. Click on Erase or just hit the Delete key. You don't need those anymore. Now I go back to the offset here, and I'm going to offset now by 150 and press Enter. Use this right-hand vertical line here, click on it, move to the left, that's our notes column, and click again. And then press Enter to finish. Now if I zoom out, you can see how this is forming a basic title block. I'm just going to pan up a little bit and zoom in a little bit now. And what I'm going to do now is use offset again, come into the drawing area and offset by 45 and Enter. And I'm going to offset this one. Not this one, but this one. Click on it, move upwards, click again, enter to finish. Last but not least, modify panel again, use the trim command, so click on the down arrow and select trim. Use this line here as a cutting edge. Click on it, right click or enter to confirm, and then trim away this little bit of vertical line here. Enter to finish. And if you zoom out slightly now, you can see that we have a very simple title block ready to go into our layout tab with our viewport, and at a later date we'll add some text as well. What we do now is we're going to go to the next video to look at how to add it to our layout tab and add our viewport.